Burnie Thompson here. Hey, before we get started today, I want to talk a little bit about animal cruelty. I read you a story about a week ago about the place where where was it at? Where they gave they had to legislate compassion is what they did. And they said there's a limited time on how long you can tether a dog. They made more space requirements where you can house a dog. Dogs have rights, and we need to make sure that they're protected. And it was just a matter of legislating compassion. Well, I got to tell you, I have a friend who has a problem with rats in the house. And this person has gone to glue traps. Now, this is legal. You're going to be shocked at what I'm about to tell you regarding animal cruelty. Here's what this person does. There is a glue trap, and it's like flypaper for rats. Imagine flypaper for rats, okay? And you put a little bait out there. You try and trick the rat into walking over the fly trap or the glue trap. And then, you check it every now and then, and you look in there, and there's a poor rat stuck on the glue trap. Sort of like do you remember the show? Remember that old movie, The Fly? The poor rat is stuck on the glue trap, alive. It can't leave, like on flypaper. Help me. And so the directions on the glue trap for rats is when you catch the poor live rat, you put it in a plastic bag, tie it up, carry the plastic bag to the dumpster, and dump it into the dumpster. And leave it. Now, my friend 2 days ago dropped a live rat in the dumpster, just following directions on the box. This poor rat is probably starving to death, has been crushed, or rats, you know what rats do when they're stuck? They'll eat their limbs off to get away. This poor little rat will eat its limbs off to get off of that glue trap. Help me. I just have a question. Why is there no protection for rats? Why don't rats have any protection? I don't understand this. Are some animals more equal than other animals? Is that what the deal is? Or perhaps we as humans have never forgiven rats for the bubonic plague. We're just, we're going to hold on to that. But, I don't know, maybe it's time to forgive. Do you think it's time to forgive the rats? Maybe it's time for some enterprising politician to craft an official apology from the government. Reparations, perhaps. But, I'm wondering, why do rats break in and steal anyway? I mean, why do rats... You don't have a problem with dogs breaking in your house and stealing your food. It's only rats. Only rats will do that. Why do they do that? Why do they break in? Why do they steal? Why do they menace us, these rats? It's like a cycle of criminal behavior from the rats. You don't have a cycle of criminal behavior from dogs. You don't even have a cycle of criminal behavior from cats, do you? Rats, you do. Why do they behave the way they do? Maybe it's because they never stood a chance. That's why. The system, society is stacked against them. There's prejudice against rats. We don't look at rats the way we look at other animals. And as a matter of fact, rats come from a long lineage of bad families, of rats. In fact, we call people rats who are criminals. You dirty rat. Remember that? James Cagney, you dirty rat. I mean, yeah, you remember James Cagney?
You dirty rat. You dirty rat. This is my brother in the back, see?
Actually, that was Frank Sinatra doing James Cagney. James Cagney pointed out to Frank Sinatra, though, later in life, I never said you dirty rat. But why do we call people that? I'm telling you, we treat some animals better than... Why do you not care about rats? Why is it legal to sell a glue trap where you throw live rats in the trash. I asked my friend, I said, you threw the live rat in the trash? She says, yeah, it's a rat. I'm like, would you throw a cat in the trash? She said, I hate cats. Okay. But most people wouldn't throw a live cat. Would you throw a live cat in the trash, leave it there to starve? Why rats? Is it because of their behavior? Is it because we never forgave them for that damn bubonic plague deal? I'll tell you what, we've got two ways, best I can see it. We've got two ways we can go when it comes to rats. We can either be tough on crime, right? Like maybe Attorney General Pam Bondi would be. We could be tough on crime and say rats get no break. They get no break. In fact, we need more glue traps. We need to ramp up the war on rats. This is like ground zero for rats. You know? That's one way we could go. That's the Attorney General tough on crime Pam Bondi way. Tell you that. Or we can legislate compassion for the rats like we did with the dogs. Maybe we could subsidize the rats so they don't have to steal. So they don't have to B&E. You know what B&E is? I know intern Malcolm does. By the way, intern Malcolm running the board today. Producer Malcolm today. Thank you, Malcolm. B&E. What's B&E?
Bacon and eggs.
No, come on.
Breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering. And that's what rats do. And the best I can tell, it's because they come from a long lineage of rats, because they don't stand a chance. The odds are definitely stacked against them. I mean, what other animals can you stick on a glue trap and throw in the trash live? Maybe they just haven't been depicted right in the media. Maybe most depictions in the media of rats are prejudicial. I don't know. Maybe they're always the bad guy, or they come from broken homes, or the cycle of violence. We need some good role models, I think, for rats.
I can't believe it. A real gourmet kitchen, and I get to watch.
You've read my book. Let us see how much you know, huh? Which one is a chef?
That guy.
Very good. Who is next in command?
The sous chef there. The sous is responsible for the kitchen when the chef's not around. Saucier, in charge of sauces, very important. Chef de partie, demi-chef de partie, both important. Commis, they're cooks, very important.
You are a clever rat. Now, who is that?
Oh, him? He's nobody.
Not nobody. He is part of the kitchen.
He's a plongeur or something. He washes dishes or takes out the garbage. He doesn't cook.
But he could.
No.
How do you know? What do I always say? Anyone can cook.
Well, yeah, anyone can.
I tell you what, if there were more depictions like that of rats, and Malcolm didn't even he kind of break in? I mean, but he had aspiration, He wasn't just a freeloader kind of rat. I mean, wasn't he the kind of rat that aspired to be a chef, right? He wanted to work. He didn't want to break in and steal. If we had, here would be what I would do. We would have better depictions of rats on TV, showing them aspiring to be something more than they are now. No, you laugh. You wouldn't laugh if you saw I wonder where this rat is right now. Because 2 mornings ago, this rat was stuck on a glue trap. Stuck on a glue trap. Would you stop already? I'm trying to help you, but I don't know what this is. This rat is either crushed, starving, or chewed his leg off, and nobody gives a damn. Why are some animals more equal than other animals? What would you do? Your approach. Are we going to be tough on rats? Are we going to ramp up the war on rats? This is ground zero for rats. Hey, by the way, I'm a little concerned that Attorney General Pam Bondi is going to hear this and she's going to get tough on rats, or some liberal in Tallahassee is going to hear this and they're going to want to legalize compassion. They're going to want to subsidize the rats so they don't have to B&E, so they don't have to steal. What would I do? Let me think. First of all, I oppose subsidizing. That would be first of all. Second of all, I don't believe on ramping up the war on rats. I think that it's just going to lead to more surveillance. It's going to lead to taking away their civil rights, and then they got to beg for them back. You know what I mean? Let's get here to Jim in Sarasota. Hey, Jim.
Completely. And I just want to point out a couple of things about rats. First of all, it's not their fault that they're ravenous. They were raised in a culture that way. I actually think that your point is that we really need to put a lot of resources and financing into developing a better culture for rats, maybe better schools, maybe better make sure that they don't come from broken rat homes. I mean, look, we have an obligation to help our rat brethren have the best opportunities of their lives, and you're right, they're discriminated against.
They are.
And it's not fair. And I think, rats can't help their nature, and so we need to subsidize them and make them better rats.
Yeah, so you would not support then Pam Bondi's approach, which surely would be to get tough and ramp up this new war.
I think we're looking at it the wrong way. I think rats have simply just had a bad life, and if they had a better life, they would be more productive animals.
I appreciate your point of view, Jim. Thank you so much. I am serious when I ask this, though. I am serious when I ask this. Speaking of animal cruelty, is it not cruel to trick a rat into walking onto your glue trap? And then I asked her, I said, you didn't like kill it first? She said, what am I going to do? Stomp its head or shoot it? Stab it? How do you want me to kill it? And I started thinking, I don't know. But it just seems cruel to stick it in there alive. How would you kill it? You'd shoot it? Our engineer would shoot it. You shoot them all the time. Jeez. I'm telling you, case closed. Rats are not treated right. I can't believe if you found out dogs were being